Yeah. Happy Monday. We are going to be building a Lego set today. I'm very excited. We just finished warming up with a little chicken walker here. There it is. And now we are going to be building BD-1. This little guy is from the Jedi Fallen Order video game, which is a fantastic game. And this set actually just came out at the beginning of this month. It's pretty new. I actually pre-ordered it. It arrived right when it came out. It's been sitting unopened and unbuilt for 2 weeks now, and it's been killing me inside because I wanted to build it on stream. So I wanted to get everything set up, find a good time to do it, and it's just been sitting there taunting me for 2 weeks. I don't normally have patience for that. I'm gonna do it right away. So we're gonna do it now. Yeah, I haven't opened it at all, and I should have brought something sharp to open this with, but I'll make it work. Haven't done Legos on stream yet, so still trying to figure out the best way to do everything. There we go. Okay. Oh my god, what is that? Oh, that's the instructions, probably. Oof. Put him back there. And yeah, I was saying earlier that how loud are these? They're not loud, but I should maybe only do either talking or playing with bags one at a time. I was saying earlier that I really like the for the larger sets, and I think most modern sets have this too, have the numbered bagging system as opposed to just like it's all together or it's all mixed up or whatever. So you really know kind of what order things go in. It helps with the building, helps with the organization because as we discussed earlier, I am a chaotic madman, apparently, is the category I fit into when it comes to building Legos and in most things. But I don't sort any of my pieces at all before building them. It's just kind of like whatever's in the bag, I'm just going to pick through that till I find the pieces I need. In sharp contrast to my friend Ted there, who is going to sort every single thing before getting started. Yeah, so let's pop this open. I think this is the instructions. I do believe I'm going to use the PDF that I pulled up online. That I have. I should have it on screen right now if I... Oh, yeah, it's a thick book. Fun. One cool thing they've been doing lately, too, is there's actually a QR code on these instructions now. And there's an app, a Lego instruction app. So you can just, boop, scan the QR code and then do it on your phone, too. And then you actually, like, store your sets on your profile so you can have the instructions there saved forever. I really like that a lot. QR codes are... they're pretty powerful things. They're pretty scary too, to be honest, because you can trick things into doing all kinds of stuff with QR codes if people don't know what they're scanning. But I trust Lego. I'm gonna scan their QR code without fear. Okay, so let's I want to kind of get these other bags out of the way. I'm gonna shove them up there for now. There's a couple of like the bag number 3 set, so I'm gonna try to remember those. I'm gonna use my my felt dice tray here to store these pieces. Okay. And then by the end of the build, we're gonna have all our extra pieces in here too. It's gonna be very organized. If sorting the pieces is good enough for Adam Savage, it's good enough for you, Ted. Well, yeah. Adam Savage is a little OCD. So I don't know if that's a comparison that you should be. I don't know, nothing wrong with OCD, but he's a little anal about stuff like that. So I mean, that's good. Works for him. Okay, and I also missed. Ted's had an air compressor / airbrush kit in his garage for like 8 months, waiting for you to make space for him. Yep. Make space to use it. I've got a 3D printer. I've got a resin whole like vacuum chamber pressure pot, the whole resin setup too. That I just don't have space to do it. I have a wood lathe that just has things stacked on top of because I don't have space to actually get in and use it. I know the feeling. There's so many things I want to do, so many other things I want to build and make, and I just don't have space. But this is what I got to do. This setup is ridiculous. I might post like a behind the scenes on my Discord in a little bit. Haha. Seamless plug for the Discord. Okay. Where's the button? There's the button. Cool. So yeah, I'm gonna keep the instructions up here so y'all can see it. I love that they're like, hey, guess what? We know you already have 20,000 of these. Here's another one, boo. But then they also say, yeah, guess what? You use it for this stuff in case you forgot what this is for. I actually really do love these. There he is. Oh, he's so cute. I'm very excited for this set. What I'm really excited about this set too is so in the game you can actually customize like what he looks like. You can unlock new skins, sort of different color options. So a set like this is if you have the right pieces, you could just make him whatever color you want with like the different it's like already pre-colored there with the red. You can just replace all those red parts with blue or whatever if you have the right parts. So yeah, I like that a lot. See, look, the instructions even say, dump the bag out. Ted, I'm just following the instructions. It says dump the bag out. I don't know what you want from me. Okay, where are we starting? One of those. That 2 by what is that? 2 by 6. I can count. 2 by 6. It's 2 by 6 plate. We got one of these little like I don't actually know what these parts are called. These elements here. They're always they're used a lot like boats and airplanes and rockets in like the old days. I have no idea what it's actually called though. I do know the actual name for a lot of parts. I'm bad at using the real part names, especially since they're also not parts, they're elements, and I keep forgetting that even now. But this is not officially endorsed, sponsored, or monitored, regulated in any way by the Lego company. So I don't give a shit. Ooh, we got more of those pieces with the studs on multiple faces. Love those. Top and sides. I also really love the trend for a lot of these bigger sets when you have to have elements on the inside for structure. They tend to be bright colors. They tend to stand out from the rest of the build. So like this bright yellow, you're never going to see it once the build's completed, but because of that, they can make it a bright color, make it distinct from the rest of the pieces, make it easier to find when you're looking for it. Kind of just make it stand out, and then the color doesn't matter because it's hidden. And I really like having those structural parts stand out, and then have kind of the more cosmetic parts be all the uniform color that it needs to be. Okay, got a 1 by 6 brick. I think we're building, actually forgot completely what we're building first. This might be his legs, I believe. That's a fun piece too, that kind of like multi-step one. One thing that, so I don't sort the pieces, but one thing I usually do, Bex and I, when we build Lego together, one of us will typically, like, let me go to the next page. So like the part list here at the top of the screen, like one of us will look to the next step, essentially grab all the elements that we need and set those aside for the other person, whoever's building it, and kind of have those staged and ready to go, essentially, which kind of then cuts down on, you know, the back and forth for the other person who's building. So that's one way that I kind of organize sometimes when I'm building. But like I said, it's usually when I'm building with Bex. So like when we have 2 people building, that's what we'll do. And then, actually, yes, I already forgot one. That does help sometimes when I forget to build parts. So maybe I did it again. It's because I was talking at the same time. I can't talk and read at the same time and pull out parts. Come on. Okay, that sits right on top there. Yeah, I think this is going to be a leg. I think I want to try to zoom this in a little bit. Let's see if I make that happen. Could I ask her to check her texts? You're not my supervisor, but you'd appreciate the favor. Yes, she's dealing with some stuff. So I will. I'll check in with her a bit. I'm gonna see if I can zoom in the Lego. This Lego view here. I am currently remoting into my desktop from my laptop. I have a like a card table essentially set up in front of my desk, so I can't reach the keyboard or the mouse. So I have my laptop on that table, and then I am remoting into my desktop from that laptop. Because unnecessary use of technology. Oops, I modified the wrong one. Frickin' gosh darn it. Oh yeah, that doesn't work at all. Okay, hold on. Undo, undo, undo. Can't undo. There we go. I was trying to zoom in, but there's got to be a better way. See, this is why I wanted to test stuff beforehand, and I didn't. Is there a filter to zoom in? Let's find out. I'm so sorry, everyone. We may just have to deal with it. That's fine. Sassy redeemed a hydrate. I don't remember if I drank water. I don't think I did. Someone drinks more. Thanks, Sassy. All right, let's keep going. Okay, we are putting these little ramp parts onto our multi-stud pieces. And these line up, kind of line up with those inverted slopes. The angle's a little bit different, but I think it's supposed to still have that effect. Okay. All right, now we got one of these little U-shaped guys. Pops on right there in front. Nope, Sissy, there's really no room for you up here today. I'm so sorry, honey. You're gonna knock things over too and cause problems. Okay. All right. I see what's happening here. Starting to look like almost something. Is that right? Yeah, there we go. Okay. The little minifigure of BD-1 at the very bottom is going across the page as you progress through it. He's not on this side because it's 2 pages, but that's cute. It does come with a little BD-1 minifigure in addition to the actual model. Oh my god, we got Technic pieces? Holy shit, let's do it. Fires in Castor Valley, 580 in Eden Canyon Road. Oh god, 10 acres is now contained. Okay. Yikes, that's scary. Glad it's contained. All right. The one downside to digital instructions, whether that's like the PDF that I just found online, or if you scan and put it on your phone, the one downside is that, of course, now I've not planned ahead for this part because I should have assumed that I'd rant about this. One awesome thing that Lego does when they have sets with Technic parts, sometimes even with non-Technic, they'll do it for like longer bricks or plates, is that they have a literal one-to-one picture of like the axle of the axle that you need, because the axles all have different lengths. This is a 4-length axle. What that refers to is it passes through 4 Technic bricks side by side, so it's four brick widths. You do 4 of those across, so that's what the 4 length is. So yeah, I do like that they have that one-to-one picture saying, yeah, it is exactly that size. Because if you don't know, you don't know, and you're just like, I think that's the right one. This is pretty easy because I think that's the only size axle in this bag. But when you have like a full Technic set where you have a ton of them, ooh, stickers, just the one sticker actually, where you have a ton of axles, it's very useful to have that little cheat sheet to be like, oh yeah, it's that length. One thing that we actually have at work now too. So the place I work at, we use reflective trackers that go on wrists, ankles, other peripherals that the infrared cameras can see, and that's how you get recreated digitally when you're playing VR, because it knows like where your limbs are. This I'm derailing myself doubly. So on our PDF, is my mouse on there? No, you can't. Oh, the cursor is there. Yeah, yeah. So it's got like a little line. It looks like it's two parts shoved together, but it's actually one full part. Huh, weird. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so it's a similar thing where there's pins of different lengths and they're in millimeters, which is great, good for metric, but we don't know that off the top of our heads here yet. So like when you're building these things, they have to be very specific, like the right length pin in the right spot at the right angle, all those things. So the pin length's important. The original thing that the company provided to how to build these was just like a list of like, you know, this spot on this tracker gets a 70 millimeter pin, this spot gets a 50, this spot gets a 30, etc. Which works fine if you have it all very nicely organized and in drawers and stuff, which I do at work, Ted, it's all organized. But just visually is bad. So one of the other stores made a kind of cheat sheet with the actual 1-to-1 real size pin lengths that you can actually just kind of put it like, yeah, that's the right one, and then go on and move on to the next thing, which I thought was genius. And it felt like the Lego set, Lego instruction. Same basic shape and print would make it confusing if it wasn't to scale. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Because some of these, like, they're going to be so similar in just what they look like that having that actual 1-to-1 real size there is very, very helpful. Sometimes it is kind of confusing, honestly, still with like colors, because there's some pieces that are going to be shiny and reflective versus the pieces that are similar color but not. And it's hard to convey that shininess in print. And I still don't think Lego's really figured out the best way to do that yet. But usually you can figure it out from context clues, and that's where like the separating it into different bags has come really handy as far as just like setting up the instructions and the build flow goes. I think having it separated into those bags allows the designers to really plan out how the part's going to be built, how the set's going to be built, how to separate some of those similar pieces so there's no confusion or little confusion. It's not perfect yet. Black and dark gray look real similar. Yeah, they do. There's like a certain shade of blue too that's used sometimes. It's very, very dark also. Okay, so we got that. I really enjoy Technic as a build system in Lego. These if you don't know what Technic is, it's like the axles and like the little pins and these holy like beams basically. You can do a lot of very cool structural moving part stuff. I've built some real weird shit with them. I really like the Technic building sets. Okay. Some sort of arm. Oh my god, there's more. Awesome. This might be a late stream. I'm taking my time with this. Normally I just kind of rush through, but I am trying to not just go and leave y'all just kind of in the dust. I want you to be able to more or less see what I'm doing and follow along if you want. But with everything, when it comes to Lego as well as the rest of my life, it is all about chasing that dopamine. So you wanna get that hit as fast and as often as possible. So I will rush through the set because that's when the big hit happens, when you finish that set and you're like, oh, got it. And then you say, well, now I want another one. which is the problem when it's Lego, and that's a problem for your wallet. It's a problem when it's dessert, and that's a problem for your weight, and it's just a problem. Still haven't learned to really regulate that too well, but have I done this correctly? I can't talk and do things at once. Hot Fudge Panda says, as a kid, I had a Battle Technic set. There's like a green wearing hero and a purple wearing villain. You know what I'm talking about? Green. I don't. The big like Technic or even Technic adjacent sets. Kenzie, thanks for subscribing. You did not have to do that, but I appreciate it. Thank you. You now have access to all my stupid emotes. The big Technic sets or Technic adjacent sets that I remember when I was a kid, and like when my brother was he's 4 years younger than I am, so he was kind of like his generation too. Was the Bionicle sets. There was a green hero. I don't remember a purple villain, but they were like, robots, not like people wearing things. So I don't know. I'm not 100% sure which sets you're talking about. Really like the Bionicle sets though. Those were cool. I like almost anything that sorts like magic or heroes or like people or whatever into different elements. I love the use of elements in media. And like Bionicle had like fire and ice and earth and water and jungle or whatever, and I really like that. That's always fun for me. Watched a lot of Captain Planet as a kid. Captain Planet reruns. I think that played a part in it. Okay, so we got some sort of thing. Okay, got some yellow bushings. We got some blue axle pins. Pop those on. Okay. I don't know what this is going to be. That's part of the part of one of the things I enjoy about doing sets like this. Is like I know what it turns out to be, like what the end result is, obviously. But like right now, I'm not sure where this is inside the robot. Like I don't know what the hell this thing is. It's obviously part of the leg. Other than that, is it a foot? Is it a knee? Why is it got that floppy bit? What's going on? I think next time I do this, I do want to have it zoomed in a little bit more. I was worried about not having enough room for everything, but I think a little bit more focused on just where the parts are might be better. I don't know. Maybe just because I'm looking at like the preview, the small preview of the monitor. It might be better for you guys. If you're watching on mobile, you might not be able to say anything at all, and I'm sorry about that. So I think I do want to make it a little bit bigger next time, but I don't want to spend any more time with tech stuff right now, trying to get it working. It is good enough. All right, so it has lost all movement now. Like this little brick configuration here has completely impeded its movement and snapped into place using these pins. So I don't know what this is anymore. I got nothing. But I'm going to basically do the same thing on the other side now. Just inverted, it looks like. So we have this wing going out the other direction. A lot of times sets will say like, okay, build 2 of these, and if they're identical, then that's easy. But right now it's like they want me to build 2 of these essentially, but they're mirrored. But kind of mirrored, not like, well, I guess no, that's is huh. Yeah, that's perfectly mirrored, yeah. Just slack it out. Yeah, thanks, Kens. That'll solve it. They are notorious for getting things fixed in a timely manner. Okay, so now we got this. But that does kind of look like that. All right. Oh, and then the universal sign for flip it over. Figure out how to flip it, though. We're just going to put some curved arrows. You got to figure it out. Hope your spatial awareness is up to date. All right. Got a little plate. We got a couple studs. Okay. Got a few 1x3 plates and a 2x2. Hands of blue. Those go right up here. Kind of awkward to build these underneath this arm because like it wants you to put them in underneath, which is not the worst thing, but it's a little weird that they're making you do that. One thing I have noticed is that kind of the more advanced the set is, the more pieces typically, but some sets are just designed to, this is not a kid set. This is, here you go, adults or older kids. But those sets, they usually are real. They really push the boundaries on the build rules and like, yeah, we're just gonna make you do a bunch of stuff all at once, figure it out. Not all of them. Some of them are great, but sometimes like, oh my god, like you're making me do so many things at once. All All right, so we need a 4-length axle again. 2 of those, in fact. Ooh, we got a double pin. And this part, I don't know what this element's called, but you see it often in like when you're making like engines for spaceships or like helicopter rotors, stuff like that. I think you use several of these on the Gatling gun for the Overwatch Bastion Lego set. This is like his big turret gun. I'm gonna need 2 of those eventually. Okay, so we're gonna pop one of these through the middle. Kind of like having the instructions. I have it up on my main monitor. I actually really liked it a lot. And that is, looks like it's actually off center. It's not quite centered. Yeah, that makes sense because it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. Yeah. Oh, and we need a white spacer, one of those. So that's like that. That goes in there. And this spacer goes in the middle. Ah, okay, I got nothing. I don't know what's going on. I almost had like a moment of realization, like, oh, I see. And I don't know what's going on. This flips around. That goes there. This one goes on the back. Is there facing on this? Kind of, not really. Okay, there we go. All right, and then, and then we want to look at it on end here, and it does want to be centered. Okay, I was wondering about that. So it wants us to center these axles. Line them up with the sides there. Okay, great. All right, so now we're gonna put on 2 of these little wheels, and yeah, it's a half step of spacing on each side now, which is perfect for these wheels. So these wheels just basically just kind of cover up the rest of those axles sticking out. Great. And then I like the little ta-da, like starburst around the final step there, saying like, you did it. Don't worry about what it is, but it's done. What a waste of a step. Like, what? Nothing happens in that step. It just says, yeah, that's a thing. Look at that. Oh, no, never mind. I'm an idiot. I didn't. We gotta put our things together. It's like, yeah, it's done. What do you mean? Oh, okay, I'm just stupid. Cool. So this is like that. This is like that. And then that is like that. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Yes, I see. I'm just dumb. No, yeah, it doesn't actually mean congrats. It means put these things together, dummy. All right, I'm glad that I stopped to comment on it. Otherwise, I would not have checked that. I would have just like, what the fuck's going on with this set? That sucks. Broken. I need 4 of these. All right, now we're putting these on the sides here. Okay. Great. I have my audio muted. Did it do an alert sound when Kenzie subscribed? Hot Fudge Panda, you're gonna take off. Have a great. Hey, thank you so much for watching. It's a pleasure to have you here. I keep meaning to catch your streams. I'm never on a good space when I do so. So I'm gonna try to pop into yours one of these days soon. Because you stream Magic too. I want to get back into Magic. So maybe I'll hit you up about that and see if you can tutorialize me real fast on where Magic is these days. But thanks for joining us, bud. Talk to you later. Hold on, team. Let me check on that. Thank you, Kenzie. You're being so helpful. Can you just remote in and tell me to unplug it? All right, so we need 2 of those. Nope, not that one. That's a bad one. There we go. Yeah, we often stream around the same time. We heard the Hey Listen chime. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, MTGA. I've been on that a couple times now and again. I think I might reinstall it here pretty soon. So, all right, cool. Have a good night. Thanks for watching. Okay, we need 2 of those 3x1s, and then these stack on top of each other. Oh my God! Look, it's even got the little actual size 1-to-1 ratio of this plate, of this 1x6. Because I actually almost made the same mistake. In this same bag, there is... That's not a 1x6. I'm literally making the same mistake right now because I don't have my sheet out and I can't count. That's a 1x5. It wants us to use the 1x6. That's why it has that. I almost screwed up because I can't count. Ted hasn't played MTG since the mid 90s. Is your Black Lotus still good? Yeah, your Black Lotus is still good. It's not allowed in most tournament play. But yeah, it's still a pretty good card. There's I saw a meme about like, here, need D&D tokens? Here's a hot tip. Just cut out old Magic the Gathering cards with a hole punch and, whatever. And the example they had was a Black Lotus, like punching a hole right through it to get the picture of the flower. And if you don't know, it's just, all right, cute. We're going to make it's good art, little cardboard card. But if you know, it's a horrifying image. Absolutely terrifying image. These go on top here. I would have figured out that these were wrong when I tried to put them on here. They didn't fit. I just didn't count. I don't count. Okay. We got our 2x6. That slides under here. Right there. And then we got two 1x2s. I should have started a timer when I started this build, and I forgot. I think we took about a half hour. It was like 6:30 or so when we finished the other one. So I need to be better about more regular timing on the segments. All right, here we go. Got our 2x3 and a couple of these. See, here's an example of where these are actually, these little grill parts are kind of shiny. And they try to convey that in the instructions. They have the little like glint on the part at the top there, but it's still hard to tell. Luckily, there aren't any non-shiny versions of this. It's the only element of this kind, like in this color, in there. So can't really confuse it too much. There are some sets where it's been confusing, but I really do feel like they've made a lot of headway and improvements in that area over the years. Okay, put those on each side. Little half slopes on our 1x2s. And then these pop on top here. Oh, for symmetry. So they kind of mimic the inverted slopes down here, the full inverted slopes and the half slope there. Now we have up top slopes and half slopes. Okay, gotcha. And that's it. There it is. Okay. I have a feeling that as soon as we get to the end of this segment, it's going to say, now make another one. Because sometimes it does it ahead of time, and sometimes it says at the very end, ×2. I always get annoyed when it says it at the end. It's like, why didn't you warn me? I could have been doing this the whole time. Could have been doing 2 the entire time. And now I got to go back and start over. I know it's like the same amount of work overall, but I feel like it's more efficient to do them at the same time. Kind of building like a little platform. This looks like a foot. It tasted like a foot. Ten house points if you get that reference. Elbow pieces, these elbow johns. Okay. Some more little corner bits. And now we need, see, it says that again. It warns us, hey, guess what? This is a 1x5, not a 1x6. Please count. this thing we're building right now, I really believe that it's going to say make another one at the end, because this appears to be a foot. And BD-1 does have 2 feet. It's one of his most notable and distinguishing features is he has 2 feet. He's basically 2 feet and a head. Okay, got these cool. These pieces are really. I should have like this kind of like curved slope to them. Trying to get a good angle. I don't know how to do that. They're once again really great greebling pieces, and I put them on backwards. Did I put them on backwards? No, that's right. No, that's right. Okay, cool. A lot of parts here. This one, I don't know what it's actually called, but it always reminds me of the, I think the first time I saw it was they were the gold bars in the old Western sets that came out in like the late 90s, early 2000s maybe. And they're all kinds of different flavors now, but I remember them being that shiny gold, and they were used in like the bank robber sets and, you know, those Western sets where you need gold bars. I like those sets a lot. Those were fun. It's a little problematic as far as political correctness goes. They weren't the greatest in that arena, unfortunately. But not to excuse it. It's just how things were. It's not right, and it's better now. But the whole, you know, quote-unquote Cowboys versus Indians trope got really played to death, and I'm glad that it's hopefully dying. It's not dead yet, because most things like that never die. But getting rid of it. I like these ones that are basically just 1x2 plates, but round. They add a little dimension to the shape. And then we have these 1x1 studs with the hole all the way through. Which are very cool as well. Those are useful. Got another shiny grill. We're going to put 2 of those together like that. And then we need a half slope. And part of a hinge, because we're going to build the rest of the hinge in a moment. Okay. And then 2. Man, I should have really sorted all these pieces out. Been easier to find. We need 2 of these 1x2 plates. And then, where's the top of my hinge? Here we go. 2 shiny grills. And those are vertical. There we go. And that sits like that. And this is the toe. Right up front. Okay, cool. Next. Maybe this isn't the foot. This is his hip. Or his body or something. The legs are going to attach to here. No, the head attaches. I don't know. Because this is like the front. I'm building the cod piece, I think is what I'm building. Yeah, this is like his body. I got it. Okay. So we need some more of those. We are currently building the droid's cod piece. The droid's cod piece is actually an Isaac Asimov novel. Lesser known. It's not bad. Does that... Oh, did I miss a piece? Ah, did I miss a piece? I did. We need that 2x2. There we go. Where did that one come in? Oh, like ages ago. Okay. My observation skills are fairly good, but just sometimes at the wrong time. And I think that was a really great example of that. Where it's like, I didn't notice that I needed that 2x2 plate on there when it said, hey, grab a 2x2 plate and put it on here. But I noticed it later when I tried to put pieces where it would be and got confused. So I think that's not terrible. That's better, Ted. That's good. Droid's codpiece is your Daft Punk cover band. That's a good joke. I enjoy that. Oh, Daft Punk. All right, and then step 44 is, ta-da, you did it. Just kidding, we have to put this on here. And because of the shape that we built, it just goes right on there. And then these, sorry, I keep interrupting myself. Again, amazing. These pieces that have studs on multiple faces, I love them because when you do shit like this, just boom. Illegal building techniques. Not really. All right, let's set you aside. And 2x6 plate. We need 2 more 1x5 plates. And 2 1x1s. Pop those together. And those hang off of the 2x6. Okay, and now here's our last 1x6 plate. Slides under there. Oh, interesting. And then it wants us to get 3 of these 1x2 plates with the stud, and then 1 of the 1x2 flat plates. It's interesting. I like when there's asymmetry in stuff like this because it's a pretty symmetrical thing that we're building. With like some noted asymmetry in it, and I like that because then the asymmetry is the details on the symmetry and kind of breaks it up and makes it a unique, interesting thing. It's a really cool designed robot. I like the character design from the game for this robot. The way he moves is very cool too. I kind of want to play. There's a sequel to Fallen Order coming out. I don't know when. But before that comes out, I'll probably play Fallen Order on stream just because I really like that game and I would not mind playing it again. It's been a while since I played the whole thing. I'd love to play it on stream. I have a lot of thoughts and opinions on it. So maybe we'll try to knock it out. Dumb it down to story mode. Not go like any too crazy difficulty just so we can get through it. Get through the game. Play it. But I think it's a really great game. I like it a lot. Goes up here. There we go. Did that in most complicated way possible. Whatever. It's there. Okay. Where are we? All right, so we need 2 of these. All right, so we have different size slopey guys. And it's got the 1-to-1 on that too, so I think it's the smaller one, the 1x3. And then 2 of these. These are really interesting, these corner cut elbow plates. That. Yeah, I think this is the butt. We can go back here. Yeah, it's the right shape. Got ahead of myself. Finish out the shape of it. And then add some detail with the half slope. And these little wingy guys. Oops. Whoa. There it is. And what am I missing? Oh, I went across. I went 54, 56. Skipped 55. Let's go back and throw that in there. There we go. Great. And then this goes on the back. This goes on the back with only those points of contact. The front one had several all the way up and down. The back only has the bottom. So, yeah, it doesn't feel great. Not too bad. All right, there's that. Great. I'm just assuming it's the back. I don't actually know. It could be the other way around. Oh, but multi-face studs, we're going to have some extra support up here with these slopes. So never mind, I take it back. almost like professionals designed this and knew what they were doing. Almost. So yeah, those sit up there. Build 2 of those. 1 of this. Oop. My hands are starting to... I don't recommend getting older if anyone has the choice. It's not been my favorite thing in the last... I don't know, I guess I've been really noticing in the last 5 years or so. Do not recommend. Ted, your thoughts? All right, so we got that. A little racing stripe on there, and you go here. Ta-da! Okay. Oh my god! We're going to bag next. Bag 2. These are all extras then. Actually, this is a good time to take a break. I think I'll just break it up by sorry, you're AFK. What's up? I was just calling you old. That was all. I was saying like my hands are starting to hurt because I'm getting old and I don't enjoy that. And I was asking what your thoughts were on the subject. That's all. Okay. I'm actually gonna take a short break. Just get some more water. And I think I use the restroom real fast too. But since we're in between bags, this is a good time to do that. So let's see. I think I set up my buttons to work here. We're gonna find out. I'll be right back.